Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journal. Today we're going to be doing a monotone collage page inspired by the amazing Megan Wisner-Quinlan. If you check her out on YouTube and Instagram, you will find some amazing stuff from her pages. But when I was creating this, I really wanted to play with a slightly different colour tone than I usually do. So those people who follow my channel lots know that I tend to look like a rainbow's thrown up on my page. And in this page, I just wasn't feeling rainbow today. I just wanted to feel a little bit more vintage, a little bit more toned down. So I started with some vintagey papers and music and some beautiful wrapping paper that my daughter got. It's pink butterflies on one side and it's got that beautiful dot pattern in the other. So it accidentally fell into my art journal pile. And I grabbed some colours that I haven't used in a long time. So this is Sedona, which is a really burnt orange red colour, and sand, which is a beautiful neutral, warm neutral. So these are sort of really warm tones, which I don't tend to play with, but I really liked on this page. And I've just gone in with my stencil and rubbed away some of the paint so you can see some of that collage coming through. So all my paint's applied quite thinly, so you can still see some of that amazing text in the background as well, because there's no point in putting collage down if you can't see it peeping through. Now I'm going in with my pens because I really like that black dot in the background. Now I'm sort of putting in some black line work as well, just little crosses. Then I'm going in with a really thick Posca paint pen and just putting loads of dots over the page. Again, sort of repeating some of those patterns in the background that I had and adding some white in. The other thing that's quite unusual on this page is I haven't covered the entire page. I've actually left a little bit of a border, but it's a bit of a rustic border, so it's not masked off, so I get nice straight lines. It's just generally don't paint in these areas, which again sort of goes to show Niamh's haphazard nature. Now I'm going in and I wanted to create a little bit of a doll on this page, just as a bit of a focal image. I love this image. This is a Dina Wakley stamp. It's one of my favorites and it's just so versatile. I love how big it is because it just is really chunky on a page and you can create quite a big focal image from it. A lot of face stamps tend to be very small and delicate, whereas this one is quite big on the page. So once I've cut out the image, then I wanted to sort of create a body for it. So I'm just using an old map piece and just using the shoulders to help me work out the width of the body I need. And then just cutting out sort of an archy shape. Archy shape, that's funny. And just trimming it up as I needed. So again, fairly rough and ready, just using what I've got lying around my studio to put this in. Once I've got my body on, I then sort of glue it all together and start trimming it up to make sure it looks the way I want it to. So I'm just attaching the neck to the stamped neck, trimming it up, and the white line or the border of the thing was really bugging me, so I decided just to cut that off. But then I thought, oh, I could put a bit of a neck on her, a collar on her dress, which I really liked. So I went back to some of the vintage bits and pieces I had lying on my desk. So it really is a case of don't throw anything out, because all those tiny little scraps that I tore up for the background I can use. I'm also putting a heart on, and then I had another little heart. I had some little bits extra, so I put in 3 hearts. And it's something I tend to do with a lot of my abstract body type things, is always put some hearts on. These are really convenient because they are washi tape ones, which are in quite muted colors, which I really like. I then decided I wanted to put a little bit more on here, so I've just edged up the blended some brown, so vintage photo, into the edges just to give it that vintage feel and to tie it into the colors, dull down those colors of the maps a little bit. And then I've given a bit of a go over it with the Stabilo oil pencil. So I love the Stabilo oil pencil because it's a water-soluble pencil, and you can see here with just a little bit of water, it sort of floods in and gives these really natural shadows. So it's a really easy way to create shadows without trying very hard. I've then gone in and added a little bit of pink to sort of pick up the colour of the heart with a Stabilo Woody, which again is a water-soluble pencil, which you can blend really easily. So then I'm going in and gluing everything down. I actually decided to glue the body of the woman down to the bottom of the page, and that's just my little thing of I like to have everything grounded. So even though she would have been grounded if it was attached to the border, the piece in the middle. I'm having a mental blank of my words, so I apologize. It's more grounded to my eye by putting it to the very base of the page. I then putting in some of these sort of viney things again to sort of help lead my eye up the page and to sort of make her be hidden in the background a little bit. It sometimes bothers me that when I make these sort of body shaped people on my pages, they don't have arms, so I find if I put some vines or stencil something over the top of them, it kind of hides the fact that they don't have arms. They're just sort of standing like a babushka doll with no arms and just the head at the top. I'm going in with my black pen again just to put a little bit of detail into the leaves. It's really sketchy. There's not much detail going on here. A lot of the lines are overdrawn. I also decided I wanted to put a little bit more darkness into her eye and across some of those lines again. So although I did that with the Stabilo oil pencil, I wanted to go back in with that food ball pen and just have those really deep lines on my page as well, which I help push it out from the background. So the final thing that I'm going to do is to stamp on my page, and I was trying to work out where am I going to put it. And I decided to actually stamp it on her. So the words say I'm a voice, not an echo, which again I really love, and it sort of was just the perfect size to put into that little space. I was sort of thinking about having it above her head, but because it is such a small area, I decided not to. So this is my final page. I was really happy with how it turned out. I love the colour scheme. I love how vintage it turned out, and it's a piece that I've actually taken out of my journal and have in my studio, which I love looking up at. So thank you all for watching so much. Check out the description box below for some links to Megan and some other bits and pieces that might help you on your way, and until next time, bye for now.